Holy hell. Alright, it's been a while. Glad that we're finally doing this again. I did some level grinding that people probably aren't that aware of. Or maybe they are, I'm not quite sure. I can't believe it's been the amount of time it's been, and I think I mentioned before there was some kind of internal issue with Google Hangouts that is the principal reason for why we didn't continue doing this. Um, but I'm ready to pick it back up. So it's all good. I just think it's really amusing that a lot of times when I'm just sort of in the proverbial mood of just watching this stuff, other people play it occasionally, I always think about how the engineering of the game is associated with the convoy. And that usually is what prevents me from just kind of being fully engaged in what the person's playing. So, like, if you were to, let's say, I don't know, play the first gym, Brock, I would think about, are you going to use the typical ones that people associate with, just having the advantage over his kind, or are you going to do something else, challenge yourself? I like that customization that, doesn't get talked about that much. A lot of other Let's Plays, or just when I see people playing this stuff regularly. It's really funny, actually. I almost forgot to laugh. It really is insane when I think about all the different times I've played this and just purposefully trying to do something different. Like I hate that this is the one ROM out of all of them where I can't do the hacks because then I can actually use stuff that might spice this up a little bit, for lack of a more wanting term. When these puzzles are aggravating as well. I'm pretty sure this is where you can get Articuno, remembering correctly. I just wanted to remember what was in here aside from the potential legendary. I haven't confirmed whether or not, so I don't have some rumor going around. This actually is another part of the game where I don't really, I guess, in a critique of myself, think it out as thoroughly as other parts, because usually after beating Koga, I go, okay, well, let's go in the water and let's look over there. Even though, if memory is serving me right, the way to actually get to Blaine is to go back to the Pallet Town. I like how it's set up as actually continuing on the pathway, and then it's not really. It is a horrible type choice. I don't know why I did that. My mistake. It's like every one of these games has something that is really good, but I get it comes so late to where I don't even want to use it. Like, I would in a heartbeat use Slowbro. I would in a heartbeat use Dragonite, but Dratini just is not that easily accessible. Again, for lack of a better term. I hope I'm not trapped. Sure looks like it. We already went up there. Let's let's travel a little bit more. Explore. This Ultra Ball. I apologize for the maze. I'm really sorry. I hope Envoy doesn't disown me. Can't believe you would get stuck. I'm never going back to your channel, man. We have to make another trip to the sea because in one of the rare instances ever, don't have a flying type with me. We have to travel back down and confirm that this is the inaccurate way of boarding the rivers to Cinnabar. As I show up over there, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought this was the correct place. I really had no idea where I was going. Oh, Bonvoy's not laughing at me. He likes to make those little gags. Oh, you got lost and stuff. Ha 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 ha. Oops. I'm gonna replace him with. I'll probably take the Needle Queen. Let's go for trip around the world or the region rather. Hang on to your headgear. Get healed up. Pretty sure Tangalo's over here. I actually played through this another version or another hack. Not hack. This is I gave it a weird name because I was trying to use some codes on here, but I actually played through this on a different run and encountered a shiny Tangela, like the green one or whatever. Really weird. It was out of nowhere. Anytime I see a shiny without influencing it, so to speak, it just feels so weird. Like, wow, it's the one in a million chance one of those things shows up. Insane. Not the fact that I encountered one, but the fact that it's that hard to legitimately encounter one. That's ridiculous. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. And they have some versions that look absolutely are barely any different from the supposed original one. Which is again ridiculous. I remember this is actually when I played Fire Red, this is accessible I think after the fourth gym. Whenever you get Surf, I just know that you can fight Blaine before fighting Koga and get the badges out of order. Which is I'm not I can't think of any other instances where that's a possible thing you can do. Where you're not restricted by the game. I think it has a lot to do with early installment weirdness, where they all after this followed a strict code and took extra precautions to make sure you can do something like that legitimately. And in the instance of this game, it's just the fact that it was the first one. They didn't really think that much about it. Like, oh yeah, you can fight him, but he'll be over leveled for you. So have fun. I think it has more to do with that than the other way around of just, oh, you fought him? Wow. There goes that one thing I was so happy to get just to turn into a Ninetales and have it learn no fire move. Oh, that's insane. That literally was just the game playing tricks on me. It feels more conflicting now because I should know better from being someone who's played this before, is all I can say. Hello, Dirk. Yeah, whenever you get Surf around, I think it's badge 4 or 5. I did it in the I guess I'll eventually play Fire Red. I'm not sure. but I did that, and he just completely. I mean, if I didn't have an over leveled, um, I think it was Jigglypuff in that version too. But if I didn't have one thing that was over leveled, I would have been cooked. And it's weird because I can't think of any other games, any other installments in the franchise where that's a legitimate thing. I know people hack to get there, but it's crazy. I just know that when I came in here, all my stuff was like around the late 20s, early 30 range. So basically, all the stuff in the wild was as strong as what I had in my party. It was really insane. I got scared and nervous and worried. Get away from that. Let's see. No, we're not even going to try that one. I really want to get back to that other one I played that one time there because of the stuff that the uh, creator, for lack of a more wanting term, put in there. The rematches with gym leaders and whatnot. That's terrific. Yeah, I got completely destroyed. Another game that's like that, but not to the full extent, is Yellow because, and I'll probably if this emulator didn't do that, it has this thing where it puts up this lettering on there for some reason. When I play anything that's from the color generation, but there's a thing in that where basically they made the levels for Koga's team like maybe 10 levels away from what you would expect from the Elite Four. Oh yeah, I'm catching that. Let me see. Do we have any balls? I'll leave it here. I move so much. I'm not too worried. Pursuit always pisses me off because I'll try to switch something out and just barely. We're so close to getting away. I'll just say, what a lovely fate that is. Yeah, lower your my ability to get you. That's a terrific job you've done there. Now it's a battle of the status conditions. Fire spins disabled. What was the other one? I could have sworn that if you disable one move, there's the chances of actually getting another one disabled are really, really, really low. And that's because they don't want you to use struggle too prematurely. You know the move where when you run out of moves, it's the only thing you can use. Press the secret switch and be on our merry way. But yeah, I don't know if Dirk is aware or if Envoy is aware, but when did they confirm this? I want to make sure I'm not saying something that everybody already knows that the new Pokemon movie is turning out to just be a remake of the first one, except in CGI, and everybody hates the actual Pokemon look fine, and then all the humans look terrible. I never could get that about CGI because every time I think of doing something that someone's already drawn in 2D and CGI literally is just take that same art style and make it in 3D. Like I just don't understand why they didn't do that. I'm very confused. I can't quite comprehend. Oh no. Status condition almost sank. Check up here. The door. Now this is locked. I'm trying to remember the man. These puzzles are so they really challenge your mind. Is all I can say. Seems like no matter how much I do them, I'm always getting some part of it. It sucks because we still have Victory Road, and that is a whole other mess. I think the only Victory Road I ever was okay with or didn't completely hate was the one for Johto. That's only because they had to make it smaller, or they made it smaller. Uh, every other one is just. I think the worst one's the Hoenn one because you have to use the like 4 or 5 HM move. Oh, who thought that was a good idea? Oh, I feel so ridiculous now. I realize. Starting to run out of hit points for that pound punch. They have the live action, which I think is the new movie, new animated one coming shortly after is a remake of the first movie. Yeah, but I'm saying that people really were thinking that that was going to be something spectacular and like forget the fact that it's a remake, but all I've seen anyone say is just how horrible the humans look. And I was laughing because again, when I think of doing something in CGI that has already been done before and that we already have a basis for an art style of, I don't get why they couldn't have just taken the humans designed in the show at that point and just made them in CGI. Like I just don't get why they overcomplicated it by giving them these weird looking. Yeah, what was the justification for that? I don't understand. This is insane. Again, this is why I said that the people who are in positions of power, whether it's of a corporation over what movies can make, they just do weird stuff. Just things that make no sense. Just really strange. And a lot of times, the people who like this stuff because they see it as a hobby, such as myself, or we end up having to just kind of accept whatever's given to us and hope that it eventually changes. Just like even keeping up with that moral arc, they gave this villain, uh, like these powers that are supposed to be stronger or at least very high tier. But then after he knocks out Goku and Vegeta, it in 3 days he still can't find the Dragon Balls on Namek. Like he has super speed. They all have super speed, and it took him over 72 hours to still not be able to find this stuff. It didn't make any sense to me. HD hand drawn is better than CGI in my opinion. You're not alone in that opinion. That's what I was saying. That I don't get why. Like, who thought that was something people would be really excited for? Taking something we've already seen and making it, in some people's opinion, look worse. I'm trying to find the. There's a pattern in here. Well, the grinding is that's a plus, but the principal thing going on right now is me seeking to locate whichever one of these I have to press again because there's two of them, and it sucks because I've noticed when I play this stuff alone, and I'm not trying to impress Envoy, because if I don't showcase some different talent, in each stream, he's gonna disappear. Um, Usually there's some further complication. Like there's right now, I'm just having a hard time finding this. Just trying to still attempt to be entertaining to some extent, to be hip and edgy and all of that good jazz. I hope I've answered David's questions. No, if I don't, he'll get very upset. Probably decide to cancel the subscription. I'll go, oh no, all these Radicates. Only thing Radicate's known for is being on Blue's team and getting shelled. Still to this day, can't believe someone actually, like, people made a story around that. Like this one insignificant member of the first rivals team had like it's his own lore. It's not one of those things that the people who make it don't think that much about, and then the people who like it actually speculate and give thoughts to it. Yeah, no, Dirk, I don't like CGI or anything that's in 3D for the most part. Again, it doesn't destroy something. I have no problem watching stuff that uses it if the other factors are good, like the writing and all that stuff. But generally, it's my least preferred way of just I guess visuals. I mean, like every time I think of it, it just seems as if there's more problems with it than benefits. Like I remember they did the I think it was the 2012 TMNT show, which was like the third version or whatever, but it was the first one to use CGI. And I remember distinctively hearing before that CGI costs more to use, and yet they gave all the turtles individual, like, unique body styles, which, apart because like my thing was that some of them look good, some look terrible, but secondly, you already know you're limited in terms of what you can and can't use thanks to this format you've chosen to put this show in. So why the hell would you limit yourself further by giving them all different bodies? It's just, oh my god, I don't, like I said, we accept what we're given and just kind of hope that it eventually gets better or changes. That's the fan way. So yeah, Dirk, I and David are both with you on preferring original 2D animation, because it seems like the only good thing about CGI is just people like to think that's the way of the future and, oh, it's more realistic. But and if it limits the story you're trying to tell, then just throw it in the trash. Like there are, I guess my position is always, if you have something you want to do and there's a component of it that basically muddies the water, makes it to where you can't do that, then just get rid of it. Like when I did the voice actor video yesterday, I was saying that a majority of the people I work with regularly actually turn their stuff in, or if they don't, they'll do it if you say, give them a nudge, because you're empathetic toward them having their own stuff. But if there's that one person who just refuses to do it, get rid of them. I'm looking forward, if I'm picking the water starter. Um, I guess I'm not. I haven't thought that much about it. It's not on the top of the food chain. Still something I might think consider, but no, it's just I don't know how to record that because I don't have a. Maybe if somebody puts a ROM out for that, I don't know. I remember when Heart Gold and Leaf Green came, not Heart Gold and Leaf Green, um, when Heart Gold and Fire Red came out. I feel so stupid. I apologize. Everybody's gonna get pissed at me. Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out. There was a person I used to watch the videos of, and they played the And I'll answer John Gaming's question in a moment, but they played the uh, the games on a ROM within days of them. Cause I was like, how is it even possible? Someone just got to work, man. They put them in all kind of formats. It sounds familiar. To answer John's question, I haven't used it though. A whole bunch of stuff that like me and people like nowadays don't even we don't seem to click on. Like I don't use I only used Go one time, and that was just me trying to see what people were fussing about. Uh, and then after that, it was just okay. Well, I'm good. Oh, I think we might have finally cracked the code. Dirk says sometimes. Wow, did that wow, what a strong man! I can't believe it. What a great. In spite of that type disadvantage, we were able to pull it off. It's crazy. I really wish I had Nido Queen. But now, but then I put it back in there. I don't know if you remember Dirk from I think it was the first video where I used Nido Queen against Lieutenant Surge, and it just completely destroyed this whole team. It was crazy, and I was laughing because of how I always remember having trouble with that gym, and I usually never use Nido Queen or Nido King, and then just seeing him be so instantly defeated was so lovely. Hey Dirk, so sometimes on those CGI in One Punch Man, but in DB it looks horrible. It looked horrible. Yeah, they didn't. I mean, my problems with that movie are related to its story, but the actual regular 2D stuff looked completely fine to me. And then they throw this CGI crap in there for no reason. So they're all playing their own little game. We're just trying to be futuristic for no reason. Like you picked 2D. Just have 2D. Don't throw in anything else. Simple as that. You would think anyway. Let's see. Oh, okay. Now I understand. I'm not now I understand. I'm probably just gonna go over here. All these wild. I need to get some repel. I'm gonna at least show up to me fighting Blaine. See how easy it is to hack these games and people want everything to go digital, aka viral. I'm not with it. Yeah, I don't understand either. Come on, put him to sleep. Hey, we got him. Jesus. Oh, scary face. I'm so terrified. I just remember always thinking that move is supposed to be the most intimidating thing in the world. Uh, oh, Fable is up. Is its time is over. So let's go to Squirtle. I like how Eradicate apparently retired so we could fight some of its lower form. Oh, same thing with Mug. It went away. Pretty sure it's one of these cutoff points that we're supposed to go to. Mm, Jesus. This is insane. I really do apologize for the confusion that's ensued here. I'm not trying to grind. I'm just looking for this pattern. I will not stop until it is solved. Even in there, get some repels because we literally be fighting these things all day. Like any of those things. I like all those wild encounters. I didn't even heal my team. That's how excited I was to get the repel. It's a little number 25. Oh, I should use Pikachu since that's his favorite. Oh, 25. This was the joke. When I made fun of your name, you see, no 25. The, the gag. You're supposed to go. How the misconception, the mystery has been solved. I swear these repels are so. I get they do kind of they fight against the purpose of the game, which is to battle with your team. But I mean, I can only go so far with that. Wait a second. Ah, here we are. The, did you like Super and what about Heroes? I had to figure out if you were talking to me for a moment. I was really thinking to myself, who's he speaking to? Uh, other than the universe survival arc, so the last one, there goes Pikachu. It's gone, ceased. Other than that last arc of that show, everything else was kind of whatever. I hate the fact that they took the movies and stretched them out and made them look horrible. In addition to retelling a story that we already knew about, and I actually, basically had to quit talking to these people online about it because I realized there's just too many fans of that stuff that don't want to think of anything outside of what's shown in front of them. Like I said, look, why do we have to get retellings of a story that just came out 2 years ago? When you know they're going to look worse by virtue of the animation being rushed, and they're not going to in a manner positively contribute to the overall narrative of the show that is being established now. But look, they didn't care about hearing that. They just want to keep getting more Dragon Ball stuff. So I just all right, well, forget it. Did I said anything to David, but just to them in general, that group. Yeah, the last arc I thought was really nice, which is why I hated the fact it ended because it's like you finally give me something I like, and then now it's time to cut to the forever break. And then you come back with this movie where, like one of the things I liked about the last arc is it finally used characters that weren't Saiyans. Uh, and then the whole movie is based around Saiyans. And then it completely retcons Goku's origin, in my opinion, for no reason. So, the film was all right. And the show, if I was to be kind and nice, which I'll try to be, was meh. But I still like that last arc. So maybe I gave my enough of an opinion for David to be content with. I'm not sure. I hope so. No, let's be brave. We're gonna do something really creative here. We're gonna see if we can beat this whole gym just Squirtle. David says, "I hear you. The animation was at the beginning. There was no need to recap the movies, but I enjoyed it for what it was." No, look, I again, when it did things I liked, it did okay, and then when it did stuff I didn't like, it did it the way I wouldn't like. So it's a mixed bag for me. That's why I keep saying the only arc I can just say, yeah, I like this for is the Tournament of Power. All the other parts just kind of, I have my own individual critiques of them, and it sucks because I don't like to just take a whole show and say, oh, it's horrible without, because I think that would effectively mean for someone who doesn't know, the full extent of my position that I just think the whole thing was terrible. I didn't think it was all bad. It's just that it had problems that were different at the beginning and problems that were different at the end. So I had to kind of give a an answer that sort of elaborates on that. Not to mention it's over. It's over. I think this is. I have to go look. What are the max levels for the Elite Four? Like it's on par with the Elite Four right now, seemingly. I just know it's somewhere. I think in the early 60s. I'm not sure. Too many trainers. I have to go rest Squirtle off. Give him some more H. Um, his attacks need to heal. Did I even heal? I'm about to say it went by so quickly. Yeah, get out of here. Around me with no Arcanine, boy. Yeah, look at that, just squeezed. Oh, what a convenient move you have there. Yeah, that's weird to me. Why did it take less damage the second time around? Spamming the hyper potion. Does he think because I have more speed if I'm correct here. And I have more of this, so he can keep using as many hyper potions as he wants, but it's not gonna turn out too differently. Yep, there goes that. What is this? Fire yes. I can finally give Ninetales a fire move. Thank the Lord. Oh, I forgot about this. We met here, island. No. I'll be waiting at the center over there when you're done with your business here. I have no Everstone. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed, and we'll pick it up later.